Begin report. RWI Intelligence Archive. Commander Malik, log entry. The Phoenix-class Assault Frigate is one of Redwood's most modern starships, designed for warfare from the get-go. With rising threats and new battles showing the age of the iconic Defender class and many other vessels, RWI needed a new starship that can hold its own. The Engineering Corps reworked the original Command Assault Frigate, previously used by Redwood almost 30 years ago, into a modern variant. The Phoenix class was born. It would enter into service in the year 2732, primarily working in strike groups and escort missions. With the outbreak of the Shadow War in 2735, the Phoenix class would be instrumental in the battles to come, proving its worth in the RWI fleet. Schematic files are uploaded to this log file. This concludes my report.
Hello everyone, my name's Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we'll take a look at one of my own starship creations in the game. Now if you've been around the channel for some time now, you'll have recognized this ship. It is of course the Phoenix-class Assault Frigate. Very much inspired by Halo, specifically the Stalwart class frigate seen in Halo 2 and Halo 2 Anniversary, that is the UNSC in amber clad. Anyway, today we're going to jump in, explore the changes I've made to the ship, tell you where you can get it, and go from there. Alright, let's jump in. Okay, so quickly before I rant on about the new features and what I've changed with the ship, you can currently download it on Steam and ModIO via the workshop down below. Just a note, if you are playing on Xbox, some mods are not fully available, including shields, therefore you won't be able to get them, so expect some issues when you download this, but all the weapons should be there, you basically need to reattach them some, etc. Do let me know if you have any issues on the Xbox though, I'll try and resolve them, but as many of you know, some mods and scripts are not available due to various reasons, therefore I can only do what I can do. But hopefully you can enjoy the ship on Xbox. If you do manage to play around with it, please do tweet me, or post in my Discord some pictures of you playing with ship, or doing it in your own battles, etc. I would love to see that. Okay, cool. Let's get underway and take a look at what we've changed. Of course, obviously, you can probably tell this frigate is much inspired by Halo. Halo's a big franchise I love, and I really like the frigates in it, because the UNSC frigates are fantastic. So I thought, let's make our own version in a way. Now, me and Venom originally worked on this. Venom, a good friend of mine, years ago now. The Phoenix class is quite old in terms of the overall fleet. So the letters are disappearing. That's a bit weird, isn't it? So we originally worked on this, and we kept this very interesting design for Redwood, where we set up like the main gun up here, emulating a Mac gun, etc. So you've got that bit up there, and also like the bridge down here and various things. So it looks very much inspired by UNSC frigate, but it's unique enough its own to qualify essentially. So what's changed since this and the old one? Well, a lot of cosmetic details have changed because this needed to be updated for 2020 and 2021. The graphics since we originally made this in the game have updated since, so it was looking a bit out of date. Now a lot of the interior has been changed, but I have changed some stuff in the exterior as well. So the weapon hardpoints have been switched around. We've got a couple of turrets up here which have been switched as well. So these are the Vulcan turrets. About the battle cannon turrets mod. I'm thinking of making my own weapon mod pack for Redwood soon, so if you'd like to see that, do let me know down below in the video comment section. That might be something we can commit to and update you on the progress. And we've also changed around some of the engines here as well. They do look roughly the same, however we've just moved them slightly. No big changes. However, what you will notice of the ship is the armor reinforcement has taken place, meaning there's a lot of more heavy armor now being used on the ship itself. You can see the engine pods here. There's the armor and the light armor. This is simply just to buff it up a little bit, so when we are playing it in survival or even creative for that matter, it can take more of a hit before eventually falling out. Commonly, I build a lot of my ships in light armor. This is because typically my fleet is used for cinematic recordings or, RP battles, etc. Where sometimes the heavy armor, not fully available, not really ideal, so you want to use light armor just so it moves around quicker essentially. A little bit of a cosmetic detail up here, adding into a central spire, like ramp bit, whatever you want to call it. We added in the ground down windows, just a bit of design detailing here to bring out a new sort of detail on the ship. I think it looks pretty good. I was happy with it, and yeah. The bridge has also been totally redone. We'll take a peek in there in a minute. I know you all want to see it. Also, the paint job's been slightly adjusted as well. We've got a red stripe going in the inner armor plating down here as well. The turrets have been rewired up here. That's a mouthful. Also got a shield emitter going up here, and everything's in place. The outside, not much different. However, it's starting to look very much impressive, I would say. I'm really happy with it. I think we added the letters back here as well. I can't remember if they were on it last time. They are here now. Also got iron thrusters up here as well. I can't remember if the iron thrusters are here. I sorted them out. I think this is the only iron thruster on the ship. Don't ask me why we put it here. I was like, yeah, cool, it looks fine. Let's put it there. But it's there now. I was thinking of putting iron thrusters here as well. But also if we are traveling in atmosphere, then, the hydrogen does exist, etc. But, one iron thruster, not the end of the world. I was tempted to fit all of these with irons. We may do it at some point, but for now, it kind of works just one. It sort of adds up and breaks up all the hydrogen thrusters on here, essentially. Obviously, as we mainly use this in creative and in RP, etc., we don't have to worry about fuel, therefore it's no big concern to us. But anywho, let's jump inside, as I know you all want to take a look at this. Right, I'm in character mode. So I'm in the mid-airlock here. This is where the airlocks come in. I'll quickly show you. This is our airlock. This is something new we've added. It's like a suit lock here, so you can imagine engineers coming out, putting on a suit, grabbing a rifle and a welder, and going out into beyond. Obviously, yes, you can like put up an airlock script here if you want, so this will open and close on demand. Really up to you and how you want to do that. I sort of just left it here because when we're doing RP, we don't really care. Essentially, we just open it. And events also docked up here as well, so you can vent the airlock and do it. There is like a wide range of scripts available through the programming block where you can set up your own customizable airlocks and stuff like that. Okay, let's take a look at this area first. So it's sort of like a mid-tier room. Now, the reason a lot of these rooms are left empty on my ship is because we use them for customization and RP and storytelling. So we can change this when and when we need it. So if we need it to be a science lab, it's a science lab. If we need it to be like an armory, it's an armory, essentially. So I tend to leave it empty. Up here with an auxiliary control, so some hydrogen tanks and oxygen tanks up here as well as main cargo access and various things there. Another cargo access. It's upside down. It's just upside down for the sake of it. Shield emitter table, sort of auxiliary control seat along with a console around there. You can sort of just squeeze in there and press these buttons if you want. Also programming block access. I think this was doing something. I can't remember. It's not really enabled at the minute, so I leave it there for you guys to do whatever you want. Also a shield table access. I was going to put this in the bridge, which would have made a lot of sense. However, I felt it fits here in a sense because it's auxiliary control. We can already control the bridge, you know, and the shields from on the bridge, obviously. So it doesn't really serve a purpose of being down there in a way. So yeah, it's kind of there for now. Alright, we'll leave that room and let's head down to the bowels of the ship and take a look at what we can find. You may have noticed some of the doors have changed around, by the way. Then I painted red, etc. So there you go. And they just look a bit different. We've also added in like some new plating here. So we've got a lockers essentially. Now, I will show you the engine room, which is through here. Not much has changed in the engine room. We've still got the same auxiliary control room, or the engineering sort of bay or control area, along with a new sign up here, which is added in. ModIO users and Xbox people, you may not have this sign. I will try and get this mod uploaded. However, there was an issue uploading it last time, so we'll try and fix it. But if it's not there, you just have to wait a couple of weeks, and it might be there eventually. I do apologize. It's getting there. Now, if we take a look at the actual engine room itself, not much has changed in this room here. It is depressurized because these thrusters aren't actually airtight sealed. If only we had compound blocks. Keen, please, one day. SC2, maybe. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anywho, the engine bay hasn't changed that much. We still got the same thrusters, the same vanilla reactors. We're not using deuterium reactors on this one. Cargo container access, it's all roughly the same along with batteries, essentially. Oh, we've got a new pipe up here. It's kind of like one thing that probably did change. I never wanted to change this bit too much because it kind of worked and, you know, I liked it and I wanted to keep this original look and feel to the engine room. So it's kind of the same as it for a minute. I may come back and update this at a later date with some new catwalks or maybe some new places to place for gyros. At the minute though, I'm happy how it is and we're going to keep it like that. If you do have any improvements for the engine room or anything you think, oh actually Jack, that could be a good idea, do comment down below and I will see about making those changes and updating the workshop version. But for now, I'm happy with it. Okay, let's head down to deck 3, I think it is. Okay, before we head down to the bridge, which is that way, obviously we've got armor lockers here, very nice. We've also got a new and improved medical room. Now, if you was watching my stream a couple of months back, you would have seen me update this. So we've got cryo rooms here, about 5 cryo bays. Also got a medical bay, so you can respawn here. I use this all the time. Bit of a screen, and obviously got like a bit of RP stuff over here. So we've got like a medical bay. You could lie an engineer on there, equip them with like armor, and I'll see the chief medical officer would sit here and go, what the hell are you doing? God damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a engineer? I don't know. Anywho, now the reason the screens are left blank in the ship, that is primarily because obviously this is used for RP purposes. Therefore, we'll update these screens when and where we need them, you know, to show arms. So it's like red alert, we'll put red alert on there. If it's just like boring stats and sci-fi stuff, we'll do that. You can of course download your own like LCD packs and put them there. It's entirely up to you. I leave it blank, and you know, you can write your own techno babble on it. I'll leave it up to you. Okay, we've also got another Redwood sign here, plastering it in our own branding, etc. Really happy with the logo. I need to get that logo on a mug soon for merch. Would any of you be interested in that on a mug? Because I know I've got my Captain Jack ones on the store down below right now, but I'm thinking that logo on a mug would look very cool. You can have like a corporate admiral in a way. Now in the midsection here, nothing much has massively changed. Still the same area. I'm fine with it, but we do have like the screen here and the extra console. Let's move into the bridge. Now, the bridge has radically changed. I redesigned this from the get-go. Air vent up here is, I think, the only thing that's the same. Repainted the walls around the edge to add a bit of flare of red in there. Also got the consoles here, the command table in the middle, the blank screens again, the signposts here. Now, the reason we have 2 of these, obviously we have this one here normally. We also have the ship's own emblem. We don't actually have a patch for the Phoenix as of yet. We may look at getting one of those made soon, but for right now, it doesn't really need one to be made. So it's kind of just as is, essentially. But, you know, it works, so I'm happy with it. You know, we'll get one at another date. Now, we've also got a new captain seat up here. This is part of Spacebar's bridge consoles, I believe. I will chuck this on the mod list as well. I'm not fully sure whether this is in Xbox, so if it's not there, you'll just need to get your own captain's chair. But of course, you can command it from this seat or add in another chair. It's entirely up to you. Xbox people, if you do find any solutions, please send them to me, and we can always update the ModIO page and advise. Also got a front command post up here, so we can sit in this one, and we can take the ship out for a spin. Now, it does say RWI Saragossa on the beacon there. We will change that before it goes to the workshop. That's because this version was actually used in Conley Lost, my last big YouTube series, and it was called the Saragossa, which is kind of the iconic and famous one. So I think we can quickly just check. If we just go to... I'll see if I can do the turrets a second. Okay, so I've got the main gun here. There we go, and that looks really cool, doesn't it? So for the main gun here, this is obviously controlled through weapon core, which we're using on the PC version. Xbox guys, you won't really have that, I'm afraid. However, you will have the basic weapons. On ModIO, this weapon mod is not available, so you will need to put your own battle cannons there, like the Little Davids. They work perfectly fine. We used them for years before this mod came across, so you're good to go, essentially. Now, I was going to put missiles on the ship. However, I didn't really feel like it suited them right now. So we may make a separate frigate at some point. I am planning on another frigate version, maybe being a bit like the Charon class or Charon class from Halo, like the Troop Transport one or something like that, or maybe the Paris class. Some of those could be kind of cool, but right now, no missiles. If I was to put missiles on them, I would probably put them somewhere along here, a bit like the actual Halo frigate, so they come out the side, or maybe up here, somewhere convenient where it looks like they're like cut in. If this turret wasn't here, I'd happily put the missiles there, and it could look really cool. Right now, though, didn't really suit it, so that's where we are. Now, in terms of the docking collar here, I didn't show you this. We do have a merge block here, and it's meant to be a connector up top. However, for now, that's not right there. Those are connected down below here, so if you need to connect a small craft or like pipes and stuff into the ship, it is available. However, later on, we'll probably fit it here, so it goes there. Well, everyone, that is the RWI Phoenix-class. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I don't want to why that letter keeps popping out there. Really annoying that is. Anyway, do let me know if you download this and have some fun with it. If you do get in any crazy battles or anything like that, send me some pictures. You can always tweet them to me, send them to me on Instagram or even Discord itself. Anywhere, and I'll take a look at them when and where I get the chance. Any feedback you have for me would be greatly appreciated. The RWI Phoenix-class, the updated version, is now available on ModIO and also the Space Engineers Workshop as per usual. For now, I've been Captain Jack. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.